My mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, but I'm glad I didn't listen. We are the Certified Noonas, your sisters in the love of Asian entertainment.
Hi, I'm Jessie.
I'm Natalia.
And I'm Sky.
And today we have like a very special trio episode, a little deep dive for y'all. There's
Mhm.
been like a bit of a theme
Just
that
a
has
teeny tiny
emerged
thing.
this past month.
I don't think anybody got it, really.
No, I don't think anyone figured it out, I'm sure. But clearly you saw the title before you clicked play, so you know that today we're doing a deep dive on our boy Satoh Takeru. Yay!
We're all reacting because if you're watching us like live, like video wise,
I pulled up
you'll
some
see
graphics.
the overlay in the graphics.
I made an incredible graphic to go along with today's episode. That's why you should check us out on YouTube. You know, you never know what incredible graphics Natalia has kludged together for, you know, these incredible episodes we do. But yeah, we're going to talk about Satoh Takeru today. He's a Japanese actor and he's just been in a lot recently that we may have done episodes on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe.
Who knows? He may have been mentioned a few times in literally every single episode that we've done this month. In a big way. So we were like, you know what? This was the perfect sort of
just kind of landed
transition
on our laps.
into it.
Like, yes, we have to.
Yeah, Amanda's away for the weekend, so it's just us.
We were being led by the nose, so we just decided to go with
we were like, oh no, I guess we'll have to.
Oh,
dang. What shall we do?
Twist my arm. Oh no.
So that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to talk about Satoh Takeru. And to begin, for anyone who's not familiar with his biography, Jessie's going to take her away.
Yes. So, Takeru is obviously a Japanese actor. I'm blanking on words. He was born March 21st, 1989, which makes him still younger than all of us, but by not much.
Not by much. So not by much. He's one of us.
Even though we've just
old.
He is one of us. He's in the 80s, so
that's right.
One of us. So Takeru actually started out as a child actor for about 3 or 4 years. Kind of early on, he mostly did like commercial print work, like that type of modeling. And he stated in interviews that he stopped doing it because he was shy and he didn't want to do it anymore. And so his parents were like, okay, you don't have to do it anymore. And he kind of like shifted to focusing on school and schoolwork, and he did get like good grades and stuff, so I guess it was really like, you know, helping him out
for the best.
He also was sick in high school at some point, so I don't know if that's also a correlation on like maybe also a reason why he didn't want to do anything like that, but I'm sure it factored in somehow. But as we now know, the universe was like, hey, listen. I don't think this is a good thing for us. We really need your face in the entertainment world.
People need you. People need you, Takeru. Come back.
People need you. And so someone from the Muse Incorporated scouted him at the end of his high school career and was like, hey, do you want to join us? And this is a pretty huge thing because Muse Incorporated is a very big company. It's a management company, but it's also just like a general entertainment company that like produces like movies and TV and has some other conglomerations like added to it, like product and that sort of thing. Some of the notable people who are there like right now as of like the time we're recording this: Perfume, Baby Metal, Jen Hoshino. Our faves.
No names.
Yeah, no names.
Just no names.
Yeah, another no name that we certainly don't have a full deep dive on, Dean.
Yeah, our boy.
My girl Eureka, who we just talked about last night. My boy Dory. So like this is a huge company. It has a lot of people, both like musicians and actors, as part of it. And so he ended up signing with them during his senior year of high school.
Hell yeah. Blessing us. further. Like, he did it for us. He didn't know us then. He doesn't know us now, but we're connected.
He didn't know
Kind
us
of like
then.
a dream. He didn't know why. You know,
he's like, I sense these 3 middle-aged ladies in the future are going to be really excited about if I do this.
Anyways, we're
moving on.
Natalia wants us to do this like in one take, so we're really like leaning into that. You can tell. So he signed his senior year, and he made his official acting debut in 2006 with the drama Princess D, which we will talk about later. It's a drama.
It's a drama.
A drama to start off your career. But like, it was pretty popular, and through that, he actually, his next pick was in the Kamen Rider Den-O series, TV series, which is what really put him in the map, because he became lead in that. And if you don't know anything about the Kamen Rider series, like, it's a huge like, major thing in Japan and around the world. So this is what like really like catapulted him into kind of stardom. He also spent other time like doing some like acclaimed TV work that like helped him kind of with the general public as well. But it like what like I think was like the solidifying him into like being a person in the entertainment system was in 2012 when he landed the role of Kenshin in the Rurouni Kenshin movie, and it just skyrocketed him.
And we'll talk more about that a little later.
Yes, we will. In 2021, he, along with One OK Rock and actor Kamiki Rinosuke, they got together. They all were at Amuse Incorporated at that time. They decided they were going to leave Amuse Incorporated and started their own company, Colavo. So if you don't know who One OK Rock is, they're a huge J-rock group, but they're like internationally known. Most of their songs are actually in English, so they're pretty accessible here in the States. They tour a lot here as well. Sky, well, we've all watched it, but Sky and I love Rinosuke because he was Taki in Your Name. He was the main lead in that. So all three of them are currently still in the producing company that they did. They made up. Some other things, just like kind of general things about him, because it's actually pretty hard to find like bio about him.
He's a little secretive little being.
And it was secretive, and he would always say the same things, and I'm like, I already know that.
I need the new tidbits. I need the good info.
If only I could actually read Japanese. I think that would be like where
I think that would probably help a little, but alas,
whatever.
Listen, we're all doing our best here. That's all anyone could ask, you know.
In 2012, he actually made his stage debut. He was in a production of Romeo and Juliet, and he was obviously Romeo. And a very little known actress, none of us have ever heard of her, Ishihara Satomi, starred as Juliet. They're just a little known. The production was pretty popular and pretty well received, and there's actually a good amount that's like out in the like world, even though it is 2012 when this happened. You can find a lot of articles about it, because the director he's a pretty big director kind of on like the West End and like pretty much all of like England. He's been like going through and doing like stuff with them, but like also it was like an adaptation for a Japanese stage as well, so that was like a big thing. So it got a lot of buzz. So there are interviews you can find where they're kind of like asking him about his role and like working with Satomi and stuff. And like, it's very sweet. And he's always like talking about like how he was very nervous being able to like work with her, because she's just like so much to like, she was even at that time, like a known actress, so he was like very shy, and she was very sweet to him too. And they're very sweet in like all the interviews. You can't find really many clips, but there is kind of like a promo of it, so you can see clipped without like actually hearing them speak, so you can kind of see the stage design and stuff like that. he has a lot of like best friends in the industry, like, and he like gained like 60 more doing Glass Heart.
He was like collecting them.
Yeah, he really was. But like one of the notable ones is that him and Dory are like best friends, and I think it's mostly because they worked or like were in the same company, but also Dory is in the movies for Kamen Rider, so he's done some like work alongside of Takeru. They also did with Kamiki, they did like this variety show together where it's okay, the title is really long. It's called the Hottest Place in Japan, where Takeru Sato goes once a week with Ryunosuke Kamiki / Dory Sakura. No plan drive. And they literally just go to like
novel title, like
random places. And so he does that a lot. If you like watch his lives or watch kind of like lives he does with people, he does a lot of like kind of like almost mukbang situations. He's always eating in a lot of his interviews.
Listen, I respect it. it.
One of the things that I thought was really fun, well, not fun for the Kamen Rider series, but because he got so popular after Kamen Rider, they weren't able to keep him in the series because they couldn't afford to keep him in the series. It was too expensive to hire him. So they had to like do some rework, and that's how like it like transitioned him out of the series, but like they would have kept like trying to get him in if they could have. Speaking of Kamen Rider, he really in high school he got into dance, specifically break dance, and he did that a lot and was something that he was like really passionate about. So when he started doing Kamen Rider, he realized that the breakdancing skills actually really helped him with all his action scenes, and also later in Kenshin doing all those scenes. He said he found that it was like really easy to do those scenes because of like the breakdancing moves kind of like being the same, like with like engaging your muscles in the same way, or like having to hold positions, especially like in the style like you would see in like Kenshin. So he attributes that to like how he was able to do all the fight scenes in both of those. He is also a cat lover. He really, really loves cats. And I found an interview. He was talking about it once, and he says, this is what he said about it. He says, ever since I was born, I have always been picking up cats and taking them back home with me. I was like, come on. That's so cute. Yeah. So that's a very brief, I'm sorry, background bio of Takeru.
Listen, he's keeping things under the belt. I understand. He's like, no, I want an air of mystery, and I want you not to know too much about me, so that y'all don't get too familiar. You know,
and he works a lot too, so he's probably just always working. And a lot of his interviews are kind of like specifically about his projects. Not him as a person.
And it'll be like, yeah, here's my buddies from this project.
Yeah, he very much hypes up the people that he's around. Like, it not even just like people he's friends with, like his coworkers. He'll like focus on them, and I think that's
really nice.
It's a really nice thing for him to do.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about his dramas next. Then we'll do movies after that.
Yes,
like if you're waiting for movies, we'll get to
movies.
The movies.
It's okay. Oh wait, I'll let you know.
So I will preface with a lot of these are available. The newer ones, a lot of the older ones are not. You can believe in yourself, maybe.
You believe in your dreams.
Not every time. Things. Just sometimes.
If you believe in your dreams and you go on a magical quest, you know, you could perhaps find traces of them.
You have to be very. It's very like, how interested am I in finding this? Like sometimes it's like,
how
maybe
passionate.
Maybe I'll look up a couple pictures in a clip and be happy.
Be good, you know.
It's like, because how old are we talking? Because as far as, so we said that he debuted, like as far as in a drama, with Princess D. That was back in 2006, my friends.
So young. Looks it too.
We were too, y'all. We were too.
He was 17.
Yeah.
At the time. So it's a manga adaptation, in case you can't tell, which it's obvious. It's really so. The premise is it's an all boys school. And when they have dances, there's a tradition of what they call princesses, which of course is fellow male students dressing up as girls to like cut the tension is the way it's described.
So
you're gonna have to tell me. Jesse's actually watched some of it.
I've watched a couple of the episodes. So essentially what it is, every year, so it's an all-male boarding school. Every year they choose 3 new students, whether they're like freshmen or just like new to the school in general. They pick them to become princesses. So they have to dress up as girls basically to boost morale because they're an all-male high school. That's really what is the like big thing about it.
Is it only at dances, or is it
they focus their like most of their like thing is that they go to dances or they go to like sporting events to be cheerleaders, like that
event
sort of
type
thing.
Things.
Like so it's mostly that, but like they do have, it's kind of like they just have to like entertain, like be present for all of the school functions as these three.
And they get picked. It's not like they volunteer, they get picked.
No, they don't volunteer. They
get voluntold. They get voluntold. It's different.
The thing that happens at the school, the big thing is this like new guy comes in and like he's like, you guys suck at this. And so he finds 2 other people to then be other princesses, and they're like the dark princesses.
Yeah, when I was writing down the synopsis, I was like, "Dark Princess! Wow, we're doing something now."
This is Fujoshi bait, all right. This entire thing, I see it where I see it.
They definitely baited, because I do know that because I read up a little bit on it, the manga, they do have girlfriends, but they don't put that in the TV series.
No, listen, because it's the bait. Yeah, they're putting out a lure for the Fujoshis to come on in. You know, like I respect the hustle.
And when he's that pretty in a dress, there you go.
Listen,
he looks good. Like, what's not to love? You know,
it's okay.
That's so fun. So then after that, he had a small guest role for a couple of episodes in Shinigami no Ballad, 2007. That is about a Grim Reaper who wears white, named Momo, and their animal familiar. So it sounds like a really fascinating story.
Yeah, good fun.
I'm not sure that exists really anywhere, but because it looks like a very small, looks like exactly what we would want to watch.
Yeah,
isn't that always the way? Always the way.
And he just had a guest role. It's not like he's Momo the Grim Reaper or something. No, it's a girl. Anyway, so then we lead into, we just talked about the Kamen Rider series. So landed that leading role, so that was a big, that's pretty much where his like fame took off, because just inherently landing that role, that will do that. Plus he was great at the role. If you know anything about the Kamen Rider series, but even if you don't, this series in particular is a little bit different, so like a lot of them are just different from each other in various ways. But as far as, I won't get too far into it, but I think what's kind of charming about his character in particular is he's like an unlucky guy. Like that's, they really emphasize that at first. And then like he kind of gets picked to do this. It's very, I'm not even really going to try to explain it because you wouldn't really understand what I was saying. There is time traveling. There's like a fancy CGI train. Yeah, so then it was really cool.
Sci-fi, like, super, like, it's a genre, you know, it's the genre that Power Rangers is in.
Yeah, like the Power Rangers, like Beast Wars, very, that sort of thing,
yeah, very specifically, like, also young kids doing it, like they're high school students getting into these, like, roles of, like, you know, superhero or villain.
Yeah. So like, pretty much he gets picked to be the superhero, but then also a time traveling dimension hopping train is involved. Like, so that's why it's kind of a little extra than there's kind of also that happening. Monsters, fighting them, yay, it's fun, and we're also being a high schooler.
It's no wonder, as a little callback to an earlier episode this year, it's no wonder he was so good in Cells at Work. The foundational basis was on the ridiculousness. He's like, it's like coming home.
If you watch him in Princess, do you? But like, if he could do that as his first role, he's fine.
He can do anything. He can do anything.
So then we move on to Rookies. 2008. That's actually available on Netflix, so you can find Rookies on Netflix. It's also a manga adaptation.
I'm gonna assume Amanda watched this.
Probably, because she had kind of said that she was eyeballing it whenever we were first discussing this. So Rookies. I will say he does not play the lead. He's a second level character. But as far as the premise of the show, a new Japanese literature teacher works to guide thuggy high school students, which are the baseball team.
Yeah.
To kind of reform.
Is incredible.
To kind of reform.
Absolutely incredible.
To reform and like actually follow their dreams of winning the championship. You know how it goes. But as far as the charm of it is they are very thuggy, and he definitely has some awesome hair for that. Like there's some clips that happen a lot. There's a lot of hair clips.
And I know that Rookies was really popular, like, and it got a lot of awards, which is like brought a lot of attention to him, even with like him not being on a main role. Like at least attention that's not popular. Just high school students,
right?
Because at this time he's just been doing. I mean, he's basically a high school student now too, but like so young at this point.
So that was 2008. Also in 2008, he was in Bloody Monday, which again, he was playing a high school student role. But as far as the premise of the show, he plays a support role. So the premise of the show is a high school student, ingenious hacker named Falcon, like that's kind of his like hacker handle. He fights against evil terrorism, like online terrorism stuff. So he plays Kujo Otoya, a high school friend, like the best buddy of the hacker guy, the Falcon guy. So Bloody Monday, there's 2 seasons of Bloody Monday ultimately. We will get to that later. But like, so in the first season, he has a little less of a role as they're in high school and stuff, and this hacker is doing that. Later, they're older, so he gets more of a main role where he gets to have guns and things. Like he gets to be fighty with stuff. But so Bloody Monday seemed like it was pretty popular too, based on what I was seeing. That is not on Netflix right now. Sorry, like I didn't
is on
that.
Mystery.
Believe in yourself.
It's on the Mystery Tour. Yes.
Did anyone get a glimpse of that one?
No.
Okay.
I wanted to. It was one of the ones when I was doing like my initial list of what to watch. I was like, oh, that one sounds interesting.
Like the premise sounded cool.
Yeah.
It sounded very, very hardcore, like Bloody Monday. Anyway, so then in 2009, we move into Meichan no Shitsuji. It's a manga adaptation. He plays the main role. Well, a main role. It's like the third. Not
he's
like
the second male lead.
He's still main role, but like, he's the second. I'm gonna have to read some of this because like it's hard to explain. But not go for it.
3 episodes of it, but
hit me with it because you will probably have a much more accurate description than what this says.
So essentially, it's about this girl May who is just like a regular high school student, and she has a group of like her and 2 of her best friends who Takeru is one of them. It's like him and another girl. And she just has this like kind of really great life. She's pretty outgoing, kind of like fun. And then her parents die in kind of a mysterious death. And so then she tries to kind of live on her own and balance school and stuff and like just get all these odd jobs. But then that doesn't really work out. And she gets like this message from, I guess, her very rich, didn't even know grandfather who was like, you are going to go to this all-female boarding school. I'm going to pay for it and you need to go. And she didn't want to because she had her life, just, the regular life. And the boarding school is known as like the rich kids boarding school. And essentially what how the boarding school is set up is that all of the girls have butlers and the butlers do everything for them. Like there's a scene where they're all outside and a wind gust comes through and all the butlers fix all the girls' hair or they'll make the food for them and they do all this stuff.
Incredible work.
She's paired with a butler and things start happening that seem really weird. Like people seem to be wanting to kill her or like things are happening and she doesn't know why. And I'm not at a point in the series to tell you what's going on with that. Like that's definitely a thing that like is going to happen. I guess maybe her family was murdered by someone. That's what I'm assuming at this point. But I can tell you, like, and it's like spoilers, but not spoilers. This is what, from 2008? Like, sorry, friends, I'm going to tell you this. Takeru's character, he comes in, he's like, no, you can't go by yourself. And he like worms his way in to be a butler. And he actually ends up being a butler to a girl who the actress is one of the vampires from that vampire show we watched. Yeah. So it was like a tie back. But you find out that like Takeru's character is the younger brother of her butler. So her butler
butlerception. I see.
Yeah. And there's like
butler rivalry.
And that like obviously people like her. But she's like also just like a tomboy and she's not like the rich kids. And that's like essentially
she's not like the other girls.
It's very much if you like Boys Over Flowers or even like Lauren High School, this drama is something you should try to find. Yeah.
It's fun to imagine a high school where, hey, you get butlers to like
and
do whatever
every single girl has their own, and they like make the butlers do stuff too. There's
the
like,
world as it should be. Let's be real.
A sword fight, like it's everything. Like it really
fun.
is like Boys Over Flowers, where you're like, what are you doing? Like, come on.
Where are the teachers? What are we doing?
What are we doing? Where are the adults? What is happening?
So after that, he had a guest role in Mr. Brain in 2009. Mr. Brain, it centers around a character that is, of course, not him, since he is just a support role. But it centers around a quirky, brilliant neuroscientist who tackles, criminals, masterminds, and scandals, and the whole bit. I mean, you can imagine what Mr. Brain is about. But he just has a guest role. Then we move into 2010 with Ryo Madden. He has a support role where he plays Okada Izo, and he is an assassin. Ooh. So that's cool. That show focuses on a leader in the movement to overthrow the Tokugawa Bakufu, bringing about the Meiji Restoration. And that character is also the founder of the modern-day Japanese Navy. So there's a lot of historically things going on. It's a big deal. But so if you want historical assassin for a moment, he does that a little, but he obviously doesn't have a ginormous role. Then we get into Bloody Monday season 2. We're still in 2010. Like I said, he gets to be a main role. Yay! Not the main role. He's not Falcon suddenly, because Falcon is still being Falcon. So all these people return. And he gets to kind of now be, instead of just a high school friend, he's still a friend, but colleague, and he gets to fight and stuff. So it looked really cool, and it's not anywhere obvious. Sadly. Q10, which it's the way it's kind of read, it's kind of supposed to sound like QT, like that's the way. He is a main role in that. His character name is Fukai Haita. Have you watched this one, Jessie, by any chance? It looked so good.
I know. I couldn't.
The ones that look the best are always the hardest ones to find.
Last minute, but I didn't have time. Like
right time.
Yeah.
So the premise is Haita is an ordinary high school boy with a kind heart and no interest in romance. His class is joined by a transfer student, Q10, which is read as cute, who looks like a girl but is actually a robot. Ta-da! Together, the two end up causing trouble at school, and of course, he begins falling for her. It looked really cute.
Robot romance. Robot romance.
Love to see it. So then, in 2011, he was in Fuyu no Sakura. He had a support role. He kind of did seem like a not main role, but like joined romantically with some people. But the premise of the show is housewife gets rescued by a glass craftsman in like an accident situation. They're drawn together, and it's a fair type thing. It's a whole mountain town. It looked like.
Okay.
Yeah, but again, he was support role on that. So then in 2013, he gets a main role with Tonbi. He plays Ichikawa Akira. So the main lead is the dad character, because this show is a father-son relationship drama. So the main dad character, kind of dumb, temperamental guy, but he is a doting dad. Like, that's kind of his main thing that he was. But when his son is 3, his wife passes away. And so he has to... So it shows when... So they have a child actor for when he's 3, but then as they show him growing up, then that is how we get Takeru doing the role. But it sounds like he has to have the help of friends and stuff to raise his kid by himself. So it is very father-son oriented. Seemed like a lovely drama. But have fun finding it. This one is actually related to a movie that Natalia will talk about here shortly, but there is a short side story for The Liar and His Lover movie. You have tiny dramas, like 10 episodes of 10 minutes each. And so it just shows, and he just so you know, he plays the main role in the movie, like one of the main roles in the movie. And so it shows stories from before the two main characters of the movie met. And so each side story is narrated by a different character. Sounds interesting. Maybe that's somewhere, I don't know. Nowhere easy. Bitter Blood, I was shocked that wasn't like, to me that'd be like low-hanging fruit for Netflix, but okay, I don't know why we're not.
Did. I don't know why it's not on there.
Because it looked super entertaining to me. So Bitter Blood was in 2014. He is a main role, and it's a manga adaptation, and it looks super fun. So he plays a rookie detective, Sahura Natsuki, who gets reunited with his estranged father, who's also a veteran detective. Like, they have to be partnery stuff, and they have to work together, and they of course do not want to.
But does he end up father and son?
Yeah, and they look like
which
they
is a Netflix love. Netflix loves those J dramas. Yeah, it must be attached to something.
Yeah,
could it have been attached to like Drama Fever or something, and they're just not released yet?
Maybe. So then they're like, oh, and then he learns from his dad. Like, that's what they say. So
it's classic.
I bet they learn from each other. I bet it's a whole thing. I'm sure it's
I bet it's heartwarming, and they like develop a better relationship or something.
Whatever.
And it did look comedic, at least on some level. I won't say that it was comedic all the time. I'm sure there was crimey things happening too, but as far as the bit that I saw, like it looked pretty funny. So then he gets another main role in 2015 with The Emperor's Cook. It's a novel adaptation. He plays the lead Akiyama Tokuzo, a young man from a rural area who is married and has a child on the way. He eats a breaded cutlet, and it inspires him. He wants to become a chef in Parisian food. So he travels to Tokyo and then Paris to learn the culinary arts. And he becomes a chef at the Hotel Ritz. At the age of 26, he becomes the Emperor of Japan's personal chef. It sounds like a really cool show. That is not on Netflix, but it should be.
That is not on anywhere we can find, you know.
Netflix
It's going to be a common theme. Yeah.
We know how they roll too. Like they like to glomp onto an actor or like a family of actors, and they keep on. So it's like, okay, we see you already have a theme for him. So more, please, thank you. Because The Emperor's Cook looked like a really cool show. Like it looked really well done. In 2018, he plays a support role in Hanbun Aoi. He plays Hagio Ritsu. He's the main lead girl's childhood friend who supports her dream. Tiny episodes on this one, 15-minute episodes, 156 of them. Ooh, so I'm not sure like the context of how this aired. But it's set in the 1970s. A girl grows up to pursue her dream of creating manga for girls, and then she juggles marriage and motherhood, you know, the typical things that women get forced into. And then after divorce and kind of a big economic turn of the world around her, she returns to her hometown as a single mom, and then kind of life, you know, continues on from there. Looked really cute. So then we get to one that is available that we can watch.
Yeah,
28.
We're now in the available like zone. Yeah, things you can easily find.
Right, like we're getting recent, guys. We're in 2018. So this is on Netflix. Stepmom and Daughter Blues. They say main role, but I will tell you he's like, I would say
takes a little while
for
him to
build.
become a main role. Yeah, takes him a little while to get up in the main role.
Let's be real, it's the dad, the stepmom, and the kid. And
that's the main.
Yeah, those are the main people, and then he's like there doing his funny thing.
You know, there.
He's very much there, but in the first handful of episodes, because I did watch a little bit of this, I didn't get a ton of time to spend on it. I wanted to be able to watch it more, but the bit you see him in the first couple episodes, just like, oh, he's just like in the background for a second.
Yeah, you really don't see him at all.
Yeah,
I did that.
He's sort of like unconnected to the main plot for a little while.
I want to watch this until he actually like starts being present more. I don't know.
Right, like I was trying to get a vibe for the show. I was like, this is cute, but I don't have time to like go super far with this. But I kind of looked. He eventually does get a crush on her. Like there's a thing, which. Of course, hopeless, whatever. But it does center around the main lead of the show is Miyamoto Ryoichi, father. Well, I don't have. Okay, Akiko Awakai is a career-minded 32-year-old woman. She is like the lead as she's trying to become contract married with Miyamoto Ryoichi, which is father to an 8-year-old daughter. And so trying to win over the daughter to be amenable to having, and of course you're not saying to the daughter contract wife, but like that is what's actually
a new stepmom.
Yeah, it's just stepmom. And she's like, no, thank you. And so
I'm
that's
good.
Do not want. And she's actually like, I will say from the very beginning, she's not really a bratty kid. She's very much like normal kid about it. Just being very much a kid. Like they did. I thought she was pretty well written. It's not like she was extra annoying. It was just kid.
No, it was like a kid who was just not wanting to not have the relationship the same. You know, like all she knows is really her and her father. And so when you have a third person coming in, it's going to be weird. And like, no, maybe we should just like stay how we are. She was cute. I thought the kid was cute.
Yeah, she was. I thought she did a really good job emotionally acting with this stuff too. I thought it was really well done family dynamic-y things, cute stuff. That is on Netflix, just to remind. So easy to find. So then another thing that if you do search his name on Netflix, it's not what you're thinking quite yet, Natalia, but Dragon Quest Your Story does pop up on Netflix because he was the voice actor of the main character of the movie. The character is named Luca. It's an animated movie around the plot of the Dragon Quest V game.
Which is very
not
popular.
Super highly rated.
Yeah.
Well, so like Dragon Quest is super popular, but people were kind of mad at this particular iteration for whatever reason. I know nothing.
Who knows? I don't know anything. I just know that people love Dragon Quest, and that's good for them. You know.
Yeah. Sweet. So then we get to what Natalia was excited about in 2020. Pandemic Time on Netflix. An Incurable Case of Love.
Yes, he's such a little tsundere asshole in it. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Which I also think is like the popular one that like pretty much everybody who's probably listening to this is like, oh, that one.
Yeah.
So I will say the show centers around Sakura Nanase, who's the 22-year-old rookie nurse. Like that is like she is the vehicle of the show. So I want to emphasize that it's told through her development and her eyes and all these things. So as far as how we really mostly see his character is through her very loving eyes.
Her very biased eyes. Yes.
Yes. So he plays a 33-year-old quote-unquote devil doctor who is like hyper-perfectionist, super mean.
He's such a dick.
Named Tendo.
Dream.
Named Tendo Kairi. I will say, like,
I feel like
aside from being pretty the first while, you're like, man, this guy's mean.
This guy fucking sucks.
But then you like eventually see like his sister who's really cool and like their cute relationship, and then you're like, oh, he's human, maybe. And so then like as far as the watcher, you're like, maybe.
And then you're like, okay, we'll get into his backstory, and we'll fine, all right, okay. He's got a tragic. Okay, fine.
But the whole time you're going, but the sister's nice. Like he could have been nice. Like he could have picked to be nice too. The sister was awesome. It's like crack. Natalia and I can't really describe why. It just is
so fun. Like it's just an enjoyable thing to watch. I don't. It's just good.
She's plucky. She's plucky, and at least she does develop. I mean,
there's fun little side characters.
Yep.
It's got it all. It's got it all, babes. It's got it all.
And then there is a spin-off drama related to the show. It is not on Netflix because Netflix just often doesn't have those weird little side things.
Spin-off things.
I wish I could remember because I went and found that once upon a time and I did watch the whole thing. I had a good time. It was very bizarre though, and even to describe it is very, very strange. So like, is it related to the show? Yeah, but there's like a supernatural cat wish character that runs a restaurant. It's very, very strange, and he does a dance the whole time. It's very annoying if you watch them all together.
They were doing something with it.
They were trying to show some scenes from the show is what they were really trying to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was that. So on to, we're starting to get into things that we've done actual full-blown episodes about. Mm-hmm. So 2022, First Love Hatsukoi on Netflix.
We may have done an episode about that one.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah. Truly, if you want to hear more about that, you really should check out our episode because it's a good darn episode and it's a good darn show. Like it deserves actual discussion to be had about it. And so I really do encourage you to go check out. Like if you're, I will say the show does show characters when they're younger because it kind of, they show that. And then when they're older as well. So he does play a character that is also portrayed by a younger person for a part of it. Because it starts in the late 90s when they're high schoolers, and then there's an accident, and things happen, and so like anyway, he's the older version, and his character name is Namiki Harumichi. He did such a good job, and she did an amazing job, and it's a great show.
It's a good show.
It is kind of heartrending. You do have to be kind of prepared for some of that. I'm not saying it's rough.
But it's not a comedy.
It is touching. Yeah, it is not funny. Very, very warm, but not. I would not call it cozy. I'd call it touching. It's a very touching show.
We're really in the not a comedy section of his TV
Yeah.
appearances.
He really did start off with like mostly comedies.
We started out with a lot of fun, but then he was like, the fun is over.
We are serious now.
We're now serious people.
So then we move into Why Didn't I Tell You a Million Times, 2023. That is on Viki and Netflix. So lucky you have two options to where you can watch this. He plays a main role. I don't want to reveal a ton about a lot of this stuff.
Yeah,
but like it like all happens in the beginning though.
Right.
It's like the first episode, so it's not like an actual spoiler, but
it still feels like a spoiler.
You can like say like maybe don't listen to us for a couple minutes if you want to.
Yeah. So I will say this. I will say this about it. So he plays Torino Naoki, which like that name will show up again, just so you know. So that character and Somo Yui, they're childhood friends and they met again as adults, and like they dated and it was a thing, and then kind of the way the show presents it is actually really cool how they lay things out, and I really appreciated the storytelling with how they did this. So that's why I really I'm not going to explicitly say a ton of stuff other than like, is he really there? Is he a ghosty ghost? And is there's like a police officer that can see him because he comes from a line of people that can do that. And so but we don't get answers right away. We definitely don't get answers right away. And nothing's really clear cut. It also tonally, man, I will say it's pretty light.
It is light.
Yeah.
So did you finish it?
No, I haven't had the time to finish it, but I got like 3 episodes in. Like, really, if I had
so
the
you're
time,
at the,
I would have just
cusp of like finding out things.
Yeah. So you watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
So go for
it. It's on the lighter side of a crime mystery, because there's like, it's like hard to like describe it because it's like comedy but not like intentional comedy. It's not like set up jokes. It's just like, I don't know. It's like the talking, and like the cop will be like kind of like talking to him and reciting everything that he's saying to the girl, and then he just kind of like starts like boo-hooing, like he's like kind of breaks down and starts crying, like ugly cry, because he thinks it's just like so sweet and like stuff. So it's like it's not like comedy, but it is. He's kind of like, the character's like, not joking, but it is a jokey kind of like acting.
Right. Yeah. Like it's situational the entire time, and it's always like him thinking they're a cute couple despite the fact that one of them is standing there as a ghost. Like,
yeah, I will say there are parts that are like darker than that, so like don't think that it's like fully light, but it's definitely not at the level of like other crime
and so
shows.
Like, as far as the first 2 episodes, it seemed sad, but like I never pressed play months ago because I thought it looked sad, and I needed to be ready for like deeply
does
sad.
have some sad stuff because it's a lot about like introspection and like the things you miss in life, or the things that you couldn't say and didn't realize you couldn't say them, and it's now too late, and like finding answers and what those effects of those answers are. But like it's like, so I feel like there are parts that like some people will cry at, but it's not like so heavy that like, it's not like a Move to Heaven heavy.
Right.
But like, what is?
Whereas
I thought, Move to Heaven. Don't remind me.
But I thought that it was going to be more long, like deeply heavy every single episode is what I really, really thought we were going to do. And so then when it was lighter, I'm like, oh, this is like really accessible and easier to watch. In my opinion,
because there's like an air of like almost like positivity towards it, and it may
healing?
Be just like because healing, and like maybe because of the main female lead is like, she's never like wallowing in what's going on. And she's kind of just like very much like she's present, and she very clearly cares about him, but she never is letting it get to a point. I think that's like also why it's light, because she's not allowing this to be like engulfing.
She doesn't let it take
way.
her to a dark place.
She's
for a long
present in
period
it
of time.
because she wants to find him, so she's like using up all of her time for that, but like she's never like letting it affect her like mentally.
Right. So what I've seen I really enjoyed, and Jessie had actually told me like it seemed like a drama that I would really enjoy, which like it really is.
I think
it's
if you're
definitely
like
one that I'm gonna
a person who doesn't like crime, thriller, murder shows because they're too dark, this is a very good light option because it is kind of like more about mystery than it is about crime. And it's available everywhere, so
easy to find.
So then we move into one that we have another episode about.
Listen, these next two we may
won't talk a lot about
too much about.
So I'll just introduce you to the fact that in 2025 he was in Marry My Husband Japan. That is on Amazon Prime Video. We have a whole episode about it.
It's a whole episode from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, which I will say
3 weeks ago. Sorry, 3 weeks ago.
Find it funny now that I think he purposely did that, so we didn't talk about this in the episode. There's a part in this movie where they like talk about wanting to watch Your Name, the movie, like the characters want to do it. I now think he specifically did that because of his friend.
Oh yeah,
I think
totally.
it was an
After
Easter
you
egg. I mean,
that.
like, it makes sense because Your Name was popular, so it's like very like it is something that like you would put in a movie, like it.
But
would
it's just a fun little tidbit where you're like, and they're friends.
He like actually has like he's so much friends that he has a company with him. I'm like, oh, I see what you did now.
Yeah,
right.
I see.
So good show. Go check out our episode about it. And then a little known show on Netflix that Glass Heart 2025. Not only was he a main role, kind of the leader of the band and head genius of the band, but truly like he is the executive producer of the show too. You can find, and I have even linked on our Blue Sky and stuff, but you can find on his channel like how years prior he was having these ideas and how he wanted to approach a lot of these things and how he wanted to marry the music with the actual emotional experience of watching it. Like, it's fascinating. So check it out. Check out our episode.
A lot. Like,
we have
he scouted out all those actors and stuff too. So it's really, it was him. And he also, since then, he did his directorial debut because he did a music video for one of the songs, and it stars the girl from Idol in it. And that's his. So he's now a director.
Yep.
Yeah. Congrats.
I've been enjoying those.
Speaking of directing, we now go into the films. All right. So as we previously did mention, he did begin his movie career in 2007, and as a side note, as did way more actors than you think in Japan, with 3 back-to-back main roles in the Kamen Rider films, Kamen Rider Den-O, I'm Born, that was in 2007, and Kamen Rider Den-O and Kiva, Climax Deca, and Saraba Kamen Rider Den-O, Final Countdown in 2008, playing Kamen Rider Den-O. Whoa. So he reprised the role as a cameo in 2018 in the Kamen Rider Heisei Generations Forever film. I love these titles. I love these titles.
Spectacular.
Yeah. He followed it up by making 3 movies in 2009. The Game Boys Film Show, which was a compilation film of 5 short films that like Amuse produced with just like the in-house actors type situation. He played the teen version of a main character in Goemon, a fictionalized telling of a Japanese folk hero from the 16th century, and was also in Rookie's Graduation, which was the movie sequel to Rookies, where he plays one of several troubled teens in a baseball club. Beautiful, beautiful big hair. So then in 2010, He had a little support role in Trick the Movie, Psychic Battle Royale. These titles, they get me. They get me. Which is one in a series of films and specials that follows a magician and a physicist that investigate supernatural happenings. So yeah, like, listen, I get it. It's like, you know, a magician, person of science trying to prove is this real supernatural or is it just a trick? You know, like a real, you know, it's like Trick the Movie. Yeah. And then he followed that up with a main role in the rock themed film Beck, which follows a band being formed. Sounds vaguely
we
familiar.
Get into the like, oh, maybe he was sort of into this in the very beginning.
And for Beck, he actually won Best Newcomer at the Newcomer at the Japan Movie Critics Awards. So that was the first of many film awards we will talk about. So in 2012, had him playing the titular character in Rurouni Kenshin, a role that he would reprise in 2014 with two other films, Rurouni Kenshin Kyoto Inferno and Rurouni Kenshin The Legend Ends. However, the legend did not end because he then made two more Rurouni Kenshin films in 2021. Rurouni Kenshin The Beginning and Rurouni Kenshin The Final. Is it? We'll see.
Well, also the great part about this, go to Netflix. You can find out.
Every single one is on Netflix. They all follow his character, Himura Kenshin, a legendary swordsman who was an assassin, but then became not an assassin, and then uses an inverted sword where the blade's on the back, so he doesn't kill anyone. He's accounting for his sins. And he just wanted to retire, man. He just wanted to retire, but people keep saying
so many people. That guy really has got a heavy load to bear.
Many people. He killed so many people, y'all.
So many people.
But his portrayal of the character has netted him many awards. In 2012, he won Best Action Actor at the Japan Action Awards. Deserved. Okay, he was killing it in these movies, literally and figuratively. In 2014, he won Best Actor at the Hochi Film Awards. And 2015, he won Best Action Scene and Actor at the Japan Action Awards again, as well as Best Actor at the Asian Film Awards. And 2021, they couldn't stop. They're like, you made two more? Here's some more awards, all right? Just keep taking them. So he got Best Actor at the Hochi Film Awards again, and 2022 got him Best Actor at the Blue Ribbon Awards. Ooh. Exciting. So in 2013, he made the movies Real and The Liar and His Lover. He was both main roles in both of them. In Real, he plays a man desperate to find out why his girlfriend tried to kill herself and then enters her subconscious through a medical experiment to dream share and find out what's going on. Very exciting. And then The Liar and His Lover had him playing a composer who starts a romance with a teen girl. Not great.
Yeah, it's
a little bit of a yikes situation. But is hiding his identity as being a composer for her favorite band.
Now you might know that name because
because they did make a K-drama adaptation with Joy.
They're both from the same manga. That's the tie-in.
And also they did not change the fact that she was also a teenager. We didn't have to be doing all that.
Here's the thing.
We didn't have to be doing all that.
And The Liar and His Lover, I think the girl is very great. But she looks fully young kid. I watched it and I was like, oh,
God. It's not great.
She's got a great voice, but she looks like she's 13.
And
I think she was actually 15. Literally.
Yeah, it's questionable. Listen, but it may have been questionable, but he still won Best Actor at the Hochi Film Awards for it. So, okay, what are you gonna do? 2015, he made two films. He had a support role in Pieta in the Toilet, a film about a painter turned window cleaner finding out he's terminally ill, who strikes up a friendship with a sassy teen. He is neither the painter nor the sassy teen. He's just a side character. And then he starred in Bakuman, playing an aspiring mangaka, attempting to get his and his friends' comics serialized in Shonen Jump. It's a fun movie, if you like that sort of thing. I feel like this is my caveat with all movies, is if that sounds like an interesting plot to you,
then go for it.
You'll probably enjoy this film. It is findable. I found it. So So he had another 2 films in 2016. So If Cats Disappeared from the World and Someone. In the first, he plays a postman who is just called Postman.
Yeah, he's just Postman.
He's just Postman who's terminally ill. A lot of terminal illness showing up in some of his work.
He goes through errands.
And he's given a deal with the devil to erase someone from his memory to keep living. It's sort of like a Sunshine of the Spotless Mind situation happening.
Things. It's items.
Yeah, so, and items and things. Yeah,
like it's not a person. Like it just the thing is that like the item is attached to a person.
Like,
like attached in like that he has fond memories of it, or like that's how he met them or whatever. And so then it disappears. Their relationship disappears from it.
Yeah,
it is findable.
Yeah,
I believe in you.
And then in Someone, he plays a member of a group of college friends who have a bunch of messy love and personal lives that do be intertwining all together. A real coming of age situation with that one. So in 2017, he played a student who's killed and then revived and experimented on to become a semi-immortal superhuman in Agent Demi-Human, a role which netted him Best Action Actor at the Japan Action Awards. It's like they've got a revolving door.
I love it because he doesn't look like an action guy.
No, he does not. But he's like, no, I do it. I've won several awards for my action roles.
Breakdancing, it really helped him.
It's paying off, man.
And also that year, 2017, he played a man waiting for his fiance in a coma to wake up, only to find out she does not remember him when she does.
Of course.
In the 8-year engagement. That's like a real classic plot.
Yeah.
All right. So 2018 was big year. Three movies in 2018. Inuyashiki was a live-action adaptation of a manga. Listen, the plot of this is fantastic, okay? So it follows like an old man who gets hit by a UFO and gains superpowers and decides to use them to fight evil. And Takeru plays the villain of the story, the young man who also gets hit by the same UFO but decides to be evil with his new superpowers. And hell yeah.
There you go.
Hell yeah, brother. Like, do what you want to do. He then made $1 Million Man, playing a man dealing with the debt his brother left behind for disappearing, a situation that ruined his life until he wins the lottery, but then discovers that's going to ruin his life even more. And then he followed that up with the surreal manga adaptation Hardcore. This one looked wild. I tried to find it. I did not find it.
It looks very different, didn't it?
Looks very wild. He plays the younger brother of the main character who, along with his brother, discovers an old robot at an abandoned factory, and the robot like works and becomes their friend.
He had robot
But it's like a surreal like comedy situation. So like I think it just goes weird. I would like to see it. I was like, is this sort of like a bizarre adult Iron Giant situation? Like, I don't know. I wish I did, but... So, 2019 had him playing the main role in Samurai Marathon. Great title. Playing a samurai who tries to stop a plan by his lord. So the lord's plan was to train samurai by putting them through, like, a grueling run, okay? But... his plan to like train samurai, which was not anything hanky, he was just trying to like get some good samurai out there. It's mistaken by treason by the shogunate. So Takeru's character is like, I'm gonna actually run this to try to like get to the end to stop the treason shit from like coming down, because it's not actually. It's all just a big misunderstanding. So that's the plot of that one. And in the same year, 2019.
I think that one is available on Tubi. I feel like
it might
be,
because I also forgot to say that Maze Butler at one point was on Tubi. It's no longer on Tubi.
So I just reconfirmed. Presently, Samurai Marathon is available on Tubi.
Well, there you go. Easy to watch. You know what?
It might be on Prime. There is one movie on Prime that I forgot about. Here I was trying to find.
I've been full disclosure to everyone listening. I have had the busiest summer ever. So I have not had time to actually like look up where all of these are and like watch many of them. But
you're fine.
I also will say sometimes a couple of things from him look like they're on Prime, and then it used to be, now it's not. Yeah. You know, like they're the stubs of what used to be sometimes. So there is that too.
you know, they like to play these little games with us.
But
where
I did want to throw in there, Samurai Marathon is on Tubi, so that's good.
There you go. Perfect. We love to hear it. After Samurai Marathon, though, let me see where I was in my notes here. He played, in the same year, he played a writer in the film One Night, which follows a group of siblings dealing with the aftermath of a tragedy that split up their family. And both of these roles had him nominated for Best Actor, one at the Hochi Film Awards and one at the Nikken Sports Film Awards, but he didn't win.
Boo.
He didn't win. Boo. I just, you know, it is what it is. You can't win them all. You can't win them all, Takeru.
Fine.
You know.
I guess leave some for other people.
That's right. So, in 2020, he had a very small bit, like cameo-style bit part as a host club staff in a ghost-themed comedy, Not Quite Dead Yet. And great title. Mm-hmm. Great title for a ghost comedy. And in 2021, he played an arsonist. This is very elaborate. An arsonist turned murder suspect following a natural disaster in the thriller In the Wake, he was back on the circuit because he did win Best Actor at the Mainichi Film Awards. So he was an arsonist, or who was not going to do arson anymore. But then after a natural disaster, they think he murdered someone. I'm just like, dude, gotta do less. You gotta do less. And then in 2024, he had 2 films. In April She Will Come, he plays a psychiatrist whose fiance disappears after he gets a surprise letter from his ex, causing his past and present to collide. And I think that one is maybe not too difficult to find. Oh, maybe. I feel like
Prime, but I don't think it is.
Prime, in some places in the world, it might also be on Netflix, but who knows? Who knows? Sometimes they just straight up lie to us about where things are. Or they'll let you search for it, and it'll be like, oh, did you actually mean something related to this film? And I'm like, no, bitch, you know I didn't. You know I didn't, Netflix. You know I meant that film. All right. And then finally, he played in an excellent wig, I might add, that wasn't at all crunchy. A white blood cell in the live-action adaptation of Cells at Work, which had him hamming it up all over the scene while trying to fight off leukemia in his host body. It was super fun. We have a whole episode about it. That was like really the seed being planted for this episode to exist.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
especially since we had already done a couple of other episodes, it was like, oh,
we're like, you know what? So yeah, that's basically all his movies. Now I know, like, here's the thing. We were talking about this before we started recording. And all of us were like, where did we first see him? And the thing is, he's one of those actors where it just feels like my brain always knew he existed.
Yeah.
Because but I can't tell you why. Like, maybe, like, I feel like some of it was like, oh, I saw something early in college before I really got into, like, Asian dramas. Like, maybe I watched something he was in, like, because I used to go to, like, film festivals to, like, watch, you know, like, you know, because we had a lot of those at the university. But, like, when I watched, like, you know, like First Love and, you know, Incurable Case of Love, I was like, oh, yeah, I know this guy. Yeah, I'm super familiar. Why? I don't know. But I know this guy.
I was also trying to think of, I was like, maybe it's because, like, I have watched a lot of, like, interviews and extra things with Dory. And since he's so, like, he is really good friends with him. And in a lot of those things now, like, I'm like, maybe he was just there and I knew about him. But, like, I don't know why. Because even, like,
I can't pinpoint
when Incurable Case came on, I felt like I just knew him.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. I know that guy.
I was like, oh, that guy. He's in that.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know.
What? We don't know.
It's not like
his way in.
And it's not like he was like in guest roles in a lot of other dramas. No. You know, it's not like, oh, he was in the background of a lot of these dramas. It really, because even for me, which, like, I'm way less familiar with, you know, Japanese actors and a lot of those things, but when I watched Incurable Case of Love, I'm pretty sure that he was at least a little familiar. Like, I had seen him before.
Yeah, that was like me. It was like, oh yeah, I know that guy. Like, yeah, and I remember thinking, like, oh yeah, I know that guy. He's a good actor. Why do I know he's a good? He is.
You know him,
but why did my brain know this already? Listen, I have genuinely no idea why I already knew him, but my brain. Listen, this feels like one of those like past life situations.
We just knew.
Where it's just like there was like sort of like divine, like listen, I don't believe in this stuff. Like I'm not a
so she's being silly
or whatever, but like some sort of divine knowledge of Satoh Takeru was just like beamed into us by the universe. Yeah. And then when we just watched him, we were like, oh, we were born with the knowledge of him.
So we just knew him. Well, I guess it was fate. Like really, when he started again, when he accepted Amuse's like offer, I guess when we were talking about it was for us. I guess this is we were cosmically tied.
Listen, my dude. Listen, we think you're great.
We think you're great.
I know we did this on the Dean episode too. We're like, listen, we know that you're listening to this. We love your work. I
really wish you would talk more about
reach out,
like stuff.
Yeah, like, just you should like come hang out with us sometime. We're really cool and chill or whatever.
We're introverts too.
Dean, the offer is still available, Dean. Like, Dean, both of you.
Both come together
with us.
It would be a real chill time. Like we know that you're an introvert, so like we know that feel.
Yeah, we are too.
So you can bring a friend like to lean on.
Yeah,
to.
bring
Dory. Dory, please.
We'll all just hang out together. It'll be fine. We'll just, it's a good chill time.
Just bring One OK Rock as well.
Yeah. We'll have a party. We can have up to 10 people on our recording studio.
So figure it out.
So
who do you?
We can make this. We can make this work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all good.
We're being. To clarify, we're being funny.
We're not. Listen, we're not parasocial weirdos.
I wanted to come and then bring my friends and be like, yeah, sure, whatever. It'd be the scariest episode we ever done.
We play it cool. We'd be like, yeah, that'd be super fun.
We totally meant that.
Oh my god, what are we gonna do?
But it's okay. So like, since we can't figure out exactly like our first,
he's always been there. He's always been
have here. A project or a role that is your favorite out of all the ones you've watched?
I really,
for me, it's Glass Heart. That's easy.
Glass Heart's pretty great. I really like the Rurouni Kenshin movies.
Yeah,
they're so much fun. I know Jessie and I were talking about this the other day, that they're not like super accurate to the anime or the manga, but like they're so fun.
And that doesn't mean that they're bad. They're really good. And
no, they're good.
Yeah, it's just I do think he's good as Kenshin. I do think he takes the role into a position. I'm like, that's if we're going for like a slightly different interpretation of Kenshin, especially because the movies are much darker than the anime is.
Yeah.
I think he does it well and does it right. I know he also the Kenshin manga was like one of his first mangas, so maybe it's just like because he had a tie to it. I don't know. Glass Heart, I kind of really love him in like First Love too. Honestly,
I just like love him in everything I've watched him in, so like it's all good, man.
Yeah, I mean, I could have. I really, The Lionel's Lover was hard for me.
Yeah, okay. Listen, but that's not his fault. It's not that he was bad in it.
No, he was very tortured, like soul, and they didn't do anything. But it was just.
It's just the concept itself. We're just like stranger danger,
red flags.
Disappeared from the World was pretty good too. That one actually was, because in the movie he plays the devil as well. Like the devil comes to you as like yourself. But it's like very much the devil's personality, so you kind of see a little dual role with him.
That's fun. Well, but yeah, there's a lot of his stuff available on Netflix.
I should have said his look in Princess D. Duh, Jessie. It's staring at me in the corner of the screen.
Duh. It's staring seductively at you from the corner. If you're on YouTube, you have been enjoying him really giving you the eyes this entire episode from both sides of the screen.
Yeah,
he's really just like really giving you like on one side, you've got like a sexy, coy, like hoo-hoo, and then on the other side, you've got hey ladies, hey ladies, what's up? But he's great. You should check out some of his movies, some of his TV shows. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
And you know what else is fantastic? listening to this podcast on multiple platforms in audio. It's on all those, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, all those places. It's also on our website, certifiednoonas.com, where we have links and time codes, things that we talk about. And also, we're on YouTube and video, as we've mentioned several times. So, if you're there, like and subscribe, leave a comment. I try to reply to every single one because I love replying to comments.
She does read them to us, don't worry.
And I read them to everybody. Like I'm like, hey guys, we got a really fun comment today. I go on Discord and I'm like, here you go. And to anyone who wants to support this podcast and more of this incredible content that we've been doing, this incredible diverse content that we've been doing this past month, definitely unrelated, all over the place content, you can go to patreon.com/certified Noonas and join the Certified Found family. They're a found family on the web. We love them dearly in a very non-parasocial, totally normal way. We have little mini episodes. We have movie night every month. We're actually gonna watch one of his movies this month. We're on a theme, okay? We're on a theme. It'll already have been watched by the time this episode comes out, so sorry. And yeah, we think they're great, and they're absolutely the best. They support us, and we think we want to just make the best content for them that we possibly can. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with us. We'll be back next week with, I swear, not another Satoh Takeru related episode. I promise.
I mean, I guess we can talk about the movie.
Like I said, he might be mentioned, but but like, not guaranteed. He's not the focus of it next time, okay? It's gonna be our what we're watching episode.
Well, I better get busy watching some other stuff.
Yeah, watching some other non-Satoh Takeru. He might be mentioned again, okay? He might happen.
You might have to.
I can't promise this. I can't promise anything. So we hope you hang out with us then. We do occasional live streams here on YouTube, so you should come hang out and chat with us when we do those. And we're on socials. We're on Blue Sky and Instagram, so it's at Certified Noonas, and we always be posting what we're getting up to. So anyway, we hope you have a fantastic evening or day or week or month or whatever you're listening to this. And as always, wash your hands and wear a mask and keep enjoying Asian entertainment. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.